What makes your view more important than the British people when it comes to the EU and an in-out referendum?
Where is Elisha? Oh, there.
It's actually Alicia.
Sure. Alicia.
Alicia. I'm sorry.
It's about leadership, Alicia. It's about leadership and what I want to achieve as Prime Minister. Look, when I look at the country, what do I think the biggest problems in the country are? I think 5 years of wages falling behind bills and the threat it's going to happen again. I think 5 years of young people thinking they're going to have a worse life than their parents. And 5 years of an NHS in crisis. And if I'm Prime Minister, in 7 or 8 days' time, I want to spend all of my energies on those issues, not on deciding whether we want to exit the European Union, which I think, frankly, would be a disaster for the country.
But supposing she wants her voice heard.
Yeah, so your view is more important than mine and everybody else here?
Well, it isn't. I do respect that point of view, but I don't agree with it, because I'm putting my view forward. And I think one of the things you've got to do...
Then let us put ours forward.
Well, you do at the general election. And one of the things about leadership is you don't always do what the polls tell you to do. You do what you think is the right thing for the country. And I've got to level with you and level with the country that I don't think the right thing for our country to do now is to plunge ourselves into 2 years of debating whether to leave the EU, when I've got to tell you that for jobs and the millions of jobs that depend on it, for businesses and for families, it will be a disaster. Now, there's one thing I will say to you, which is if there's any further transfer of powers from Britain to the European Union, we would have a referendum. I think it's unlikely to happen, though. So, you know, in a way, you've got to make your own judgment about what is the most important issue to you. For me, it isn't trying to get out of the EU.